Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMEGA4.
Like I work in finance. God bless, no, this not by chance. Don't dab me, you're not my man. Don't at me, you're not my man. Mama said don't buy it if you cannot buy it twice. I cop by the tools and I don't pump fake with the price. Always on the grind, I put in work with all my might. I know that he got me, not by sight. Yeah. That's for sure though. Grinding from the grip, no shame, take a photo. Time to take a trip, we head north to the border. Say you feeling up, I'm my favorite type of hoarder. I got kids to feed, I got enemies, I got guys give, so they envy me. Got some friends down Memphis like I'm Aubrey. Got some friends fought for orange like some autumn leaves. Yeah. I vanish, I slide outlandish, V12 engine, all black like Batman, all black like Batman, all black like Batman, all black like Batman, all black like Batman.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Finally. Listen. All right, so
listen.
There's been all different types of stuff going on, man. All right, so first off, I want to give some apologies because of us being late, but there was good reason. If any of you guys that listen to the next podcast, and please guys share this out because I know that there was another link and all that, and it's all changed and all that other stuff. But
so we need people to work for us right now.
Yeah, we need people to work for us. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. And also, if new to the channel, man, go ahead and hit that sub button too. Yeah, we need some of that too. We're trying to catch up to Xbox. I'm trying to get to that 4,000 before the end of the year. Let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, no. So during the next podcast, I was having some issues and all of a sudden, I'm an insider, and so it started uploading a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And so next thing you know, I look and it says Windows 11. So I'm like, what the hell? And so it's really foreign to me. There's some other things that goes on. I got to go and check all the time to see if there's other updates. It's told me that there was no other updates, and then of course, as usual, there was another update. Yeah, and so it is just what it is. And then of course, things happen. It was just a big mess. And then on top of that, we was hoping that Triple Cup Chuck and for Livewire will be coming on. Now again, listen, with Livewire, if you've been listening to the podcast forever, you never know. That's why we call him Bruh Man, aka the King of the Dolphins, aka the Donald Trump. You just don't know what you're gonna get from Livewire. So he still might pop in. But I haven't heard from anything from Triple Cup, so unfortunately, I don't think so. I don't know if they're going to be on, but we do have somebody else, so we might as well get that out the way. I have to listen to this dude's voice constantly, but I got to listen to it again tonight. So it's about 448, man. One of the OGs of when we first started GRG, man. What's happening with you?
What up, brother? What is going on, panel? What is up, chat? Yo, I am back again, man. It has been a while, but I see you haven't you haven't thrown my lazy boy away, man. I still got my ass cheeks imprint right in here. It's nice
Right.
and
Nobody
comfy.
said. Matter of fact, I heard that D was saying that it smelled funny. So therefore, I think everything is, everything is.
Yeah,
It's still in.
I had to mark it so this way nobody else does try to
Right,
sit in
and
it.
you still got your fart blanket. So I mean, I think all of that is still there in that little corner over there. So it's all good.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. It's been way too long.
It's been way too long. How you been, brother? I know that you were doing double duty. You was on Crossfire earlier. Shout out to them. What's been up, man? What's been up?
Not too much. Yeah, doing double duty tonight, but I was happy to be on. I actually they were still on when I came over here. I was like, yo, guys, I gotta go. We're doing double duty. I'm going over to GRG real quick. And when it came to the SSD, I actually proved a point that got the panel a little speechless. They really couldn't argue with me tonight on something, and I'll bring it up when we talk about it.
Nice.
on this show as well. But it's been a good night, man. I can see. Look at this flight simulator gameplay going on right now.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Like,
that
listen,
is beautiful right there, bro.
I know.
Oh my God.
And I've never seen Tokyo. I've never been to Tokyo, but I had no idea Tokyo was that huge, like city wise. It is amazing. It is a marvel, no doubt. I definitely want to go to Tokyo, no doubt about it. But anyway, and then I see Straight Duvall. You know what? Kaleidoscope had. Remember, he stayed out there where the hurricane hit. It's not Colombia. That was Colombia. What was the American country that's the little island? I can't think of it right now, but it got hit with a crazy.
Many of them.
Yeah, I know that. But it got hit with a crazy hurricane about 2 years ago, and they still haven't really recovered. And so, like, he stayed out there, and so then life. He had to move, and so he moved to the United States, and then that's when he was like, man, I can't do the podcast anymore. And so, like, he's kind of been MIA. I haven't really seen or heard anything for Kaleidoscope. So, trust me, I reached out to everybody to try to see if they were going to come back. I've reached out to All Day. I reached out to, like I said, Triple Cup. I reached out to everybody. And, everybody who's been a part of the GRG podcast. I wasn't going to be, an asshole and not reach out to anybody who was a part of it, because to me, everybody that was a part of GRG has always, helped build what we have for the last 4 years. So, I reached out, and some people decided that they want to come. Other people, I guess not, but there's no hard feelings coming out this way.
Mega, me and you had a couple painful nights going through OBS and stuff like that.
Facts. So you know what? So you're looking at the work, right? You're looking at it. So you know what I'm saying? After all that time for for you and then Don and then later on Lemon, you guys helping me out with OBS and my frustrations. But you and Don took the brunt of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lemon was still like new to the podcast. And so I didn't want to just be grouchy and like, this is bullshit. But yeah, Bot was frustrated like hell because I was so frustrated.
You are thick-headed when you get frustrated, man.
I am.
You want to brute force things to happen.
I do. And then when it doesn't work, then I act like a big ass baby. But technology will make you learn and make you humble. And so therefore, like you say, it takes a village to become, to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had the same.
Raise a man child. I got you.
Yeah. No. But I think it's a village takes a village. But regardless, that's what happened. And so the fruits of the labor is that I've learned that I've adjusted. And like even what Bob was saying when all the craziness was going on before, when we were supposed to start at 8, he was like, you know what? Normally you would be panicking, you would be tripping out. Normally I would just say, oh no, there's no show tonight. But we've been doing it for so long, and that hey, these things happen. So it is it is what it is. And yeah, so I know the panel over there on Crossfire was really deep, but it's nice and cozy over here tonight. So let's go ahead and get to the rest of the panel. First off, we got to go to the second, to the second generation, the first lady of the second generation of GRG. D, what's happening with you, man?
Nothing. This thankfully, this is thankfully a fast week, so I've just been chilling, just on Twitter, absorbing just miscellaneous news. So I'm glad it's Friday. Get to sleep in tomorrow. I'm chilling, legit.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, and then Six Slayer. What's happening with you, brother? What's happening with you, man?
Oh wow! I gotta agree with D. It's been a fast week. Still dealing with a lot of stuff, but gaming wise, I got a chance to try out the Ascent yesterday and Flight Simulator yesterday on the Series X, and I tried to play some Halo today when I had a little bit of downtime because I had a lot of stuff to do, which I'll get into in a second. But
rub it in.
No, there ain't no rubbing it in here because it wasn't working properly for me, so I couldn't even get to fight the bots, do the weapon drills or whatever, or get into a match or anything. It just wasn't working for me. So I don't know what was going on with that. But gaming wise, today I played the best game of U-Haul furniture Tetris ever. I am the undefeated champion of getting everything in just right with no wasted space. Everything fit in perfectly, man.
That's
perfect.
Nice.
That was not that. Those gamer skills, man, they come in handy in real life too.
That is a great way to describe it, man. You just made me think about whenever I had to fill a U-Haul, and that is the perfect game to like think about and kind of get everything situated and get the most crap in that truck, man.
I mean, even there, a little bit there at the very end there, the song started playing in my head when I realized what was going on. So yeah, a couple hours ago, I tweeted that right when the little the tune started playing in my mind. That's what made me think to tweet about it. But yeah, man, lots of ups and downs, but lots of gaming this week. Oh my God. If you're Xbox or PC fan, you had a lot to be happy for. If you're a Sony fan, I'm not trying to put shade, but it's, some stuff happened. But we're definitely going to discuss both of those angles.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
we're definitely going to be discussing some things, and also, there's some light around the tunnel. There's some positivity that we will be talking about, regardless with Sony. But that delicious.
Yeah, it's called 2022.
See, yeah, delicious slander. This is what you're going to get if you come to hear something. Like I said, I try to be the objective one because I think everybody else on here is going to be ridiculously ruthless. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna be ruthless tonight. I'm saying? And then last but not least, before we get into the very first topic, I do want to say this. Big shout out to Still Rain. Unfortunately, I don't know for anybody you guys who haven't heard that Still Rain, he can't come back onto the show because of his he got him a new job, and it's conflicted with him doing the podcast, which he's definitely going to be missed.
Absolutely.
And what I'm saying, he common factor, really talented brother, what I'm saying. So wish him the
wise
best
beyond
of
his
luck.
years.
Right. And I guarantee you'll see him on somebody else's podcast here.
Mr. Steel Rain, just remember Thursday nights, prime time, baby. Come on over. Come on over.
All right.
And there's still the living split screen in the mornings that does not end, man. That does not end.
Yeah, so Living Split Screen, go check that out with him and Pong Soul, whatever. But, that's why after this show, take a couple of weeks off, going to try to readjust, do some couple of things, make sure that we have everything in order. And then on top of that, take a break, what I'm saying? That's just, I do that every year, ever since I've been doing GRG. Just want to let everybody get a little time to, chill out, feel themselves over there on next podcast. Bot don't ever sleep. He don't care. He just tells people, you do what you're supposed to do, and then that's it.
I do it for you guys because
I've been there for too goddamn long.
When we do have a day off, like when we do have a Thursday off, it just feels so awkward. And I've had Dark tell me how it feels. I have Crispy tell me how weird it feels. The only ones that don't really say that is you and Pred. I don't know why, man, but like you guys don't really have a problem with it, man.
No,
I don't know.
No. Don't I mean, because I don't know. Pred hasn't been there as long as I have, but Pred, I don't know who's been. I think Pred has been there the second longest. So and I mean, and as long
amazing.
As long as next podcast has been, I mean, you're going through turnover too. Anybody that's going through a long podcast, couple of times, and you just have to readjust and keep it moving. So,
well, that's what I said. Like we're gonna keep going. Like it's just the nature of the beast, man. People come. It's a great time. You create family members and stuff like that. But then life changes, and those people they just they can't stay in the same spot anymore. They got to real life calls and stuff like that, and you got to keep it going, man.
Oh, okay. I just got hit up by Triple Cup Chuck. He said it's not letting them in. I'm gonna send him another invite and see. Hold on, man. Thank you, Sir X-Man. You know what I'm saying? He said, and look, as Bot says, as I stole it because I think it sounds better when I say it. The super chat works, ladies and gentlemen. So
that sounded horrible compared to me.
It sounds absolutely fluid and
the
milky.
super chat is working, people. Hit it up. Go ahead.
Oh, my ears.
Happy official 200th episode. Hit that like and share, everyone. Well, this is the 201, and so I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this going forward. But let's get to the very first topic. Well, I'll try to see if I can try to get Triple Cup in here. Halo. Now, as you can see, the gameplay right here, crispy. Look at that, man. I've been going nuts over it, but I gotta tell you this. I will tell you. I will tell you the secret. I will tell you the secret after we'll get everybody's thoughts about what they've seen if they haven't got a chance to play it yet. Of maybe you might have the invitation, you just didn't know it. That's the whole thing. So let's go to the lady in the room. Because we're gentlemen, we got to be polite. Let's go to you, D. What do you think about the Halo? What you've seen from Halo Infinite? I don't know if you got an invite or not, but if you did, have you got a chance to play it? If not, what do you think about the gameplay or anything that you've seen or heard or whatever so far?
From what I've seen, it doesn't look like a preview. It looks like I'm watching the actual game, which is to its credit. Mm-hmm. I did not get an invitation, but I was not trying to get an invitation. So I don't know how that process works.
Okay.
But I didn't want to. When it comes to certain games, if it's not something that I'm like gung-ho about, I try not to get like that exclusive beta access if I'm not like super, super interested, if that makes sense. Because I feel like somebody who is, it kind of takes away from them. But it looks good.
Well,
I've watched a lot of people play it, and it looks like it looks polished to me. It looks like the time that they took to delay it was warranted, and it was a good decision on their part. It also, my first thought, to be honest, when I first saw it, was people are going to be playing the shit out of this as soon as it comes out. Like anybody that I know that plays Halo, they're not answering texts. Okay, like I can already tell because it looks like it's really, really engaging so far, and it's just a preview. To be honest, I'm still a little concerned. There is no release date, but if it's holiday, it's holiday. But it looks good. It looks like it's turning out to be what people were looking for, as far as a proper sequel. That's good.
Nice. No, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. What about you, Slayer? Have you? I know you got the invite. You was the first one in
Dr. Pred, I think.
Yeah, Slayer.
Well, no, Pred was the first one in the GRG DM. But then because Pred he sneaks around. I think he throws his military card around. Like, man, I've been in the military.
Yo, for real,
war.
for real.
I'm a soldier, man. Come on, hook me up. I think that's what he does deep down. And then
all jokes aside, you see, he plays everything. He's out there on these gaming streets, PC, consoles of whichever brand is. Just like myself, it ain't a thing to him. So I feel like his name is on those records of someone who's been playing for a while. So to me, I wasn't surprised that he got invited.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised either. He's always getting invited to something.
Right, and and still, myself, I wasn't too surprised. Like, if had I not, and if it's contrast to yourself, early on, you yourself, KMEGA, did not have an invite.
No.
There were other individuals like Lord Cognito from the Iron Lords, and many various people who early on didn't either. No, huh? Don, right? Many people who didn't get invites, who I thought myself like, you people should be on a list because you represent the community. Like, the Save Lock movement. That's your movement, KMEGA. Like, I don't know anybody else who started that. That was a thing you started, so you have to be on a list somewhere at 343 Microsoft, whatever, where you rep for Halo. you're out there in these streets. You know, you've been on that group chat or whatever that stream they had where you were speaking, you know, to who did you speak to? It was a few months ago, and they did a whole live stream with Microsoft, and it was some
with Phil, with Phil in there?
Yeah, with Phil Spencer and all that. Yeah. So like, you know, yourself, Lord Cognito, and others, like, what? You guys don't have invites yet, and I have an invite? Like, what's going on with that? That don't make no sense. That's bad for business. What are you doing? But then, you know, you give it some time, and indeed, you guys did get your invites, you know. But there are a couple others who didn't, and it's just like, you know, there's only a certain number of spots for now. But this is just the beginning. You know, just like the Steam Deck, this is just the beginning. So if you're not in there, you know, the very beginning, don't feel too bad. I'm sure you'll get a spot eventually. Eventually it's going to be opened up to almost everybody who applied will be in eventually, I feel, because this beta will be out there for a little while there still. So
yeah.
Well, actually not a beta. They've made this abundantly clear. A technical preview, right? I think they call it. So let's not call it a beta. But yeah.
Technical preview.
So technical preview. But as for the game in and of itself, like I said earlier, I'm having issues with, you know, being able to get in a match or whatever like that so I can actually play. But from what I'm seeing in the menus and everything, it's much like what they did when they fixed the Master Chief Collection. They fixed everything. They gave you every dream feature no matter what platform you're on. If you're on PC, all the PC standard features, and they've went above and beyond, and so too with the console. It's got the FSR cast sharpening or whatever. It's got that already. It's got a bunch of features. You could you can adjust the FOV, you can adjust your controls, keyboard and mouse. It's all there. Like, this game feature-wise is feature-filled, and I haven't even touched the gameplay, but I've seen a lot of video. And just like D said, yeah, this looks like a complete game. It's very mature. You could tell that they spent a lot of time, and that extra year that they've had thus far, they have clearly put in the work, and it's looking great. I just can't wait, you know, to actually being able to play it. And when I launch it, it actually works for me. I'm sure there must have been some, you know, server glitch or whatever. I'm sure if I were to try it right now, it would work. But yeah, wow, can't wait to get hands on this.
Yeah, no doubt. And Xbox, before I come to you, and I know that you're looking at this glorious gameplay, which is on PC because that's how I first got in there. I had to come through the back door and got and you know, thanks to the PC Master Race, I got that invite. So I was like, let's go. So okay, so what you need to do, Bot, and for anybody else out there that's went through the insiders, through the Halo Waypoint insiders, there was a lot of problems with people getting in and logging in and just looking and see if they got that information. What you need to do, if you are an insider, Xbox insider, go and hit that. Then there should be a preview of Halo. It's called a Halo Infinite Insider. I'm looking at it right now, and then right there, you hit it. It should say pending, or it might already have manage. If it says
you mean Halo, like Halo Insider, right?
No, the Xbox Insider.
No, the Xbox Insider. Just go to Xbox Insider.
That same app you use to get the beta dashboard and stuff?
Right.
That's the same one.
Yeah, like, you know.
In fact, that's how I got into the game, even though I was invited. Yeah.
Right. And then you just go straight in there. And big shout out to Game Down Sites because he was the very first one to tell me before I even got the information from somebody else. And then Don told me again, but I was already in because I kept on. It took me about 4.5 hours because I was about to give up. I was like 4.5 hours, like, man, I cannot get through Halo Waypoint. I just can't get through it. And I was like, man, I'm missing playing other stuff because I'm so jacked to play it. And then so I was about to give up, and then I finally got into Waypoint. And what happened was that I seen that I had a message. And so I went through it, and then I had a code from Steam. And so that's how I got in through. That's how I first got. So this is the gameplay you seeing me playing on the PC. And then you know, of course, the stuff that people have been seeing here today is stuff that I downloaded. It's about like a 18 gig download. So if you go and check that, Xbot, it might be there for you. And if it's there, then just let it ping and then back out, do it again, and then it'll eventually come in and it'll be managed and you'll be ready to go. So I think that's
that's what I did last night.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of other people got in there. And so for anybody out there that's in the Insiders program, go ahead and try that out. If you don't have
go to the on the computer or on the Xbox?
On your Xbox. Go
to
your Xbox and go to that little because they changed it to Xbox Insiders Hub.
Yes.
And then you click that, and then I'm gonna click it right now.
Yeah, I think their logo is like round and white.
Yeah, it's black and white. Yeah, it's a little like Moon Man, but it's black and white.
Yeah.
Then you go to previews. Click preview.
Oh shit! I didn't have this Xbox on my.
Oh, in fact, you know something? I'm testing this live right now, but the PC version. Let's see if I can access. No, it's not on the. Wait, hold on. Announcements. No.
It's not there. It's not there. You got to go through the waypoint to get the Steam code, the Steam key.
Oh, the key.
Yeah, it's a key that and then you get it in Steam and then you download it. So. And so right when you go through Xbox Insider, so see Xbox, you probably already had it, and since you haven't even signed in to Xbox Insider through your new
just did now. It's not up there as an available preview. Like
only if you're it must be only if you were invited, but maybe last night when it was first out, like they didn't realize that loophole was there,
right?
And they fixed it since. Because a lot of people were hammering the servers, and I had to wait this morning to get it to stay managed.
Yeah, once I got in, I went crazy and was like, yo. I played it till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I was in there talking to D, and D was over here thinking like I just woke up or something. I was still up. I ain't go to sleep. I was playing. I was like, I got to get me some damn sleep. And so I slept in it. I was like, man, I ain't prepped for GRG. I didn't do nothing. So I had to get up and I slept for about 5 hours, and then I got still prepping up for GRG, and then I was like, yeah, we're ready to go. But I will say this:
I got an update for the Insider.
That could be it. That's key. That's key because I had 2 updates. Yep. So
it's like 1 gigabyte. It's like that's pretty big for an app too. So
yeah. So that could be it. But so anyway, so anybody out there that's in with the Insiders,
if that's the case, dude, I might not sleep tonight, bro.
Hey, Don said Don said he's going to be.
I'm holding that hype. I'm holding it, bringing it down.
Yeah, hold the hype, and then afterwards, Slayer, if you want to come and join us, me and Don,
no doubt,
we're going to be streaming. And Bot, you get in, then we can have a 4-player get together. And D, she said she wasn't really looking for it, but that's okay. So that's okay. So Bot, okay. So what did you think? For anybody out there who was giving out that information too, if you got signed in and you haven't got a chance to
let us know in the chat if you do get in, because you can multitask, right. You can dual screen the show, so
right. And Sir X-Man, because Sir X-Man will jump on you if you don't read his super chats at a timely manner when other podcasts don't even read his. But what I'm saying,
other podcasts have panel members that just keep going and going and going.
Sir X-Man, he says, I got the Halo invite, just got to download and play. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we can all do that for sure. So, Bot, what is your impressions for what you've seen since you have not got a chance to play it yet?
So far, and you guys know me, first off, Halo is my game. All right, when it comes down to it, I haven't been in Halo 5 in a while. Like once they started like not adding new stuff, I played for a while after that, but I ventured away from it for a while. But with what I've seen so far, now I gotta give you pluses and minuses, but this is without me playing the game yet, right? Without me playing the flight, the preview, or whatnot. When I first saw the run animation, I thought it looked absolutely ridiculous. Like swinging your arms like completely from one side to the other, and it didn't really. I didn't see a difference in speed there. Now I've been told by my brother Forte that when you do get the controller in your hands, the gameplay does feel faster than Halo 5, which to me that sounds a little weird because like that evade, that kind of like thrust, They took that out of the game.
Right.
And I'm a little skeptical about that because I love like when people come charging at you, the ability to just strafe with that dash sideways and then come back behind and like assassinate them. That was a cool move that I really liked in Halo 5. But so far from what I see, I see that Needler, that Primatine Mist.
Primatine Mist.
Yo, that shit looks powerful, bro.
Ooh, yes. Oh yes. Can't wait to try it myself.
Yes.
That skewer weapon. I from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are loving that skewer.
I hate it.
Really?
Yeah,
because to me it looks like it acts like a sniper rifle, but more kind of like in the mid-range.
Well, I'm
area.
not a sniper rifle guy.
Saying?
I suck with the sniper rifle, so that's why I hate it, because you have to be pretty accurate, because the hit marker is short, is smaller than actual the sniper. Yeah, crosshairs or whatever. So
all right. So when it comes to this flight, this is all to test out the AI bots, the artificial intelligence, the bots that are gonna be in the game. Like, say somebody drops out of on your team or whatever, the bot is gonna fill that space. And from what I've seen so far, I've seen bots like hiding behind cover and popping out and shooting and then going back in. It seems like they do have a good amount of intelligence. When it comes to the bots, which is a good thing, because you don't want to go in and just mow down bots and be like 50-1 and stuff like that. You want to have those bots have some type of a good fight back. You know what I'm saying? Not just doing the typical stuff. That looks really good.
Soren, that's more your speed there, Xbot.
Oh, look at this.
I could have sworn that was more your speed there for them just to stand there so you can hit them.
Oh, already bringing the slander. Oh my goodness.
Bro. Yo, PK,
Hey man, we've seen your gameplay before, man. I don't know if you be talking that slander like that. I've seen your Halo gameplay before.
Oh man, well, you just better be glad that Lemon ain't in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Lemon over here doing his little club thing. So because the slander would be awfully delicious. So it is what it is. But
PK,
but I haven't seen PK in the streets either, though.
I want to throw out something. You really sound like Big Cloud. I just want to let you know that. Like, it sounded like Big Cloud was talking to me real quick, and I'm like, yo, where'd he get invited? So you can just,
on the show
chew on that. You can just chew on that for a little bit, bro.
Oh my
goodness! Oh my god!
I don't even know who that is, dude. That's not even on my level.
Big Cloud's been on the show before.
Again, it's hard for me to remember certain people who ain't on my level.
Oh God!
Dude, I feel like I'm in an Xbox Live party with clowns right about now.
You might be. I don't know. So.
But all in all, I gotta say, people were worried about the whole red versus blue thing. How like the Spartans weren't coded red on one team and coded blue. I think that kind of like thick outline when you start shooting them, it's easy to spot right off the bat. Like I think that's a good alternative. You keep your codes, how you designed your Spartan to be kind of like. Your rendition, your Spartan, I really like that. I really want to get in and play it though, because I want to feel the speed of the game. I am a little upset that that kind of like that strafing kind of like boost, that rush isn't in this. It is one of the moves that I do like, not just to go in and like bash the Spartan, but to get out of the way quick. But again, I'm hearing a bunch of good things, and then what I'm seeing from the gameplay, it's looking really good, man. I just gotta feel the speed and the pace of the game before I really go in and say, yeah, this is gonna be fire. But
agreed.
It's looking good so far, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll let PK go last. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. And try to be brief so we can, because we want to try to have a quick show. Not, even though we start a little bit late, but because I want to get on. I'm eager. I want to play me some Halo. All right. So for me, I hear people give their thoughts about the speed difference between Halo 5 and this game. I personally think that this game is a tad bit faster. Now, again, when you have the boost and the ground pound, I call them the power abilities. it doesn't seem like that you would seem like Halo was a little bit Halo 5 is faster because with those abilities. But when you really start moving, once you get familiar with the map, and once you start, you know, kind of analyzing exactly where you feel like the enemy is going to be, or you just kind of know the flow of the map, you find yourself really moving really quick. Now, for the people out there that's complaining about, that they hate that the run and things like that, the game is got a good speed to it to where if you want to just power walk through, you can. That's something that I thought that was really interesting is that if you don't like the run, you can power walk your way through. You will be at a disadvantage because if somebody's running up behind you and bust you with an elbow or can get the jump on you for sure, then you better have a better aim to get out of it. But the maneuverability is slick. I do miss the power abilities for sure, but if anything, I'm not missing the boost as much as I thought I would be. It's the ground pound that I miss. The ground
That
pound.
was fun.
I
That was
love
fun.
the ground pound, and so far there was one map, and then we had the luxury before I started the show, and I showed it on Twitter where we played on that map that was leaked out with the crazy grid. And they showed when they actually showed like the E3 trailer or whatever, or the multiplayer, where you could get the grappling hook and jump up. You could play on that. I played on that stage twice. So and they also increased the bots. So now the bots are the ODST bots. You go from it beginning feeling like, oh man, you'll beat the AI. I don't know, 50 to maybe 14, 13. Now, the best I did was that we didn't even get them to 10. That was the best. That was the best one I've done so far. It was like 50 to 9. When we played on that other map and played against the ODST bots, it was almost feeling like we was playing against actual people, or the fact that they could take so much more punishment. And so therefore that the match was going back and forth, and then we pulled away towards the very end, and it was like 50 to 30 to 39. So that shows you how competitive that is. And there's still I think that there's two more or one more level after that, because it's the ODST and then is it the Spartan that's next, or is it something else after the Spartan? I can't remember. But you've seen the increased difficulty from it. And then also the different power weapons, because they had the hammer in there. Got a chance to use the hammer. I used the grappling hook only once because I thought that maybe we can go back to that map, but then they went back to the original map. I think it was just kind of a tease to kind of show, hey, we might, want to see what you guys think about it, because everybody was tripping when we was there. Like, everybody just stopped for a minute, like, hold on. And I'm hearing people scream through the mic, like, holy shit, this is the new map. This is a new map. This is a new map. It's bananas. But I will say this, for people who haven't played it yet, it feels like Halo 5, Halo 2 with a little sprinkle of Halo 3. And then also, the only thing is that there's no dual wielding, but like the power ups and stuff that you can pick up and throw, that's Halo 3 all the way. The sound is absolutely amazing. And
yes,
and I know,
can tell.
And I know that they already have. And they still got a couple of more months to go before they're done. But the sound is so amazing. It is crazy, because when you hear that old school Halo 1, Halo 2, that your shield come back, and then like in the beginning of the stage, it's like this when you're loading up and you're going to the academy or whatever, there's this cool ass kind of thumping Halo music that's right there, and it's and it's got the little it's kind of hipped up. Okay, the sound is amazing. All the guns, just from hearing grenades and hearing all the stuff that people talk and everything, it's dope. And then last but not least, and then before I go to PK on this one, is that something that I found out from my boy 1Bit. I'm sorry, not 1Bit. why can't I say One Bad Mother. We play Halo 5 all the time with One Bad Mother, and he's actually is on he's usually on like Braps and I believe podcasts and stuff like that. He said that he's seen in the menu system that they had thrusters. So what that tells me is, and also they had references of they had Locke in there where like the bots was named different people, like, and there was one named Locke, there was another one named, Team Rhinoceros, and then other type of other Halo name. It's almost giving you like seem like Easter eggs or something. But yeah, if you go through and check up everything, then the battle system is absolutely fantastic. I love it.
Hey, KMEGA, before you skip on to the part you just mentioned there, what you're describing sounds to me like there's kind of AI profiles. Like you see certain bots and maybe they react differently, and so you see someone who's like Locke in his name or whatever, he might fight like him.
Right. Like, I mean, it's really crazy because they do have different. It's like, think of it like driver tars. Like,
right.
Yeah. Like for
that's
Forza.
what I'm trying to.
That's what I think.
The name.
That's what I think. Another thing is that they're doing too is that they're doing this test for all those players, and then they're actually implementing some of the players from the lowest skill to the highest skill. Because there was one dude that I was in there playing with last night or this morning, and he had 30 kills. I'm like, holy shnikes. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's like, okay, so this person's skill, we can implement his movement, do things like that, add it to this to the Spartan class, and maybe somebody that's in my range could be in the ODST and Don or whatever, and other people can be in the ODST or Spartan range, and then the people that don't really play like that, then they implement their style into the lower, the more of the grunts, which they still catch you off guard, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll flank you. They'll do other things. Like I'm really impressed with what I've seen. Now there has been some hiccups. There's the little sound thing, the little AI that you carry around with you. It has different voices and things like that. I love it. It's really funny. You know what I'm saying? So that's a cool little thing. And they got like a different they got different variances of them, and you change it to different colors, and the customization is dope. All that. I know I'm going way too long. I said I was going to be short with it, but PK, what is your thoughts so far? Have you got a chance to play the beta? And if not, what did you think of what you've seen?
I didn't get to play it yet. Watched a couple other people play it. Seen that actually most of them, even though they were bots, it seemed like there was some devs pop in on the other team sometime.
You know what?
Just the way they play.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Because they really act, like I said, when I got flanked.
Or maybe the AI is that good where they're starting, I mean.
Those were real people that popped in on that other team. Now, I'm not saying AI ain't good. I mean, they do stuff, but just the way they play, like, nobody programs a bot to teabag. Just saying.
In 2021, I'd be.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Because the bot, and then the bot will talk. If
I was the bot programmer, I would definitely have that in there, man. I definitely would have that in there, especially if the bot was spanking you. It would come up and teabag you, just for that little bit, extra. I feel
right. Yeah, and then the bot will run over you and take your weapon if you got a power weapon. It's crazy. Yep. Like I'm like, damn.
And some of those was real people though.
You think so? All right.
Yeah, no doubt.
They run from you if they feel like they're getting out. So they're pretty smart.
Well, I think they were testing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
but go ahead. What else did you think? Really? Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Dude, I didn't know that was
awesome.
Oh man, something happened. But anyway, what's going on with you, Black Tarzan? What's happening with you, boy? You know what I'm saying? There's been people saying that they've been waiting all day. They stayed up all night. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't get into the waypoint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did say download the so he got it. So okay, so you got into it, Baba. Good deal. So yeah, go check it out. Yeah, go check it out, man. Go check it out. But I'm guaranteed. Have you downloaded everything yet, or are you still?
Yeah, no, nothing.
Nothing right now. Okay, so
downloaded everything.
Well, then just try to go in there through the waypoint, and then see if you can just try to get in through that way. So you know what I'm saying. There's and you know what? And I think because of the issues that was happening, I think that they're going to extend it one more day. I really do. I think that they'll extend it one more.
They might.
Yeah, but I got work Monday, so that's 12 hours. That's another reason why I wanted to get in. It's my free weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I get in on another one, if I got to work that weekend, I work 12-hour shifts, man, Friday through Sunday.
There's gonna be other betas though. I mean, other coming up. So
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I hope it doesn't land on a work weekend because I work 12-hour shifts Friday through Sunday.
Well, somebody be calling in sick at that point.
Oh no, I can't do that, man. I got bills to pay, bro.
I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed.
Yes, sir.
So totally understand that. So anyway, well, all right. We talked enough about Halo. Let's get into the
No, we didn't, but hey, man. No. There's only so much time in the show.
Only so much time in the show. Right. And so let's get on to the second topic, because then we can get into stuff that I know that everybody has touched on. Out of all the games here that I listed, I know somebody has touched something. So we're talking about some Game Pass. And of course, you know, a lot of people talk about Game Pass. But this was a real special week, or you can even say 2 weeks of Game Pass, because of the fact of the games that dropped. First, you got like the headliner, which is Flight Simulator. And some people might not think of that as being the headliner, because it's, you know, considered to be like a dull type of game. But it's a marvel, and it's never been, and nothing like this has never been on consoles before. So that's why it's a headliner. It is a technological feat. It is crazy to see this working and operating on a console. Then you got a game called The Ascent. I believe. Is this what's going on in the background? Absolutely, yes. You got The Ascent. You got Death's Door. A lot of people's been talking about that.
That's not in Game Pass, though.
Nope, it's not in Game Pass.
Is it not in Game Pass? Oh, okay.
No.
I gotta give it to my.
I would already had that download.
Okay. I thought Death's Door was in what's called. Well, big shout out to my boy Jay Bash. He hooked me up with it. I thought it was already in Game Pass. Oh no, I'm looking at it right now and it doesn't show Game Pass, so I apologize.
It's not in Game Pass.
All right, so scratch Death's Door. But then you got Raji, which I know that's in Game Pass because I downloaded that today. Then you got Blood Roots. I've seen a lot of people talk about that. You got Chris Tales. I've seen people talk about that. You got this game called The Last Stop. I've seen a couple of people try to make fun of it, but then I've seen other people say it's very intriguing, a very different game. And I've heard more good things about it than a couple of the bad things when I've seen people trying to make fun of it. And then then of course there's a little fighter, Lethal League Blaze. And I downloaded that. I'll go ahead and jump on that. It doesn't look, it's not like like a fighter like I normally would play, but it is a fighter, and it's, you see people getting attacked, and so I'm all about that. So and then all the other rest of the stuff that anybody for the new stuff that's been dropped on Game Pass. So the question I have for everybody, and I'll start with you, D. Out of all these games that I mentioned, is it possible that Xbox is making good on releasing these games every quarter, like they said that they were going to do now, or do you think that that's a little premature, that they still have some more work to do, or do you think that they're already there?
I feel like, well, first, it's hard for me to pinpoint, like, yeah, they're doing it, because I don't know when they said that, not to be a stickler, but the fact that it's already starting lets me know that they're at least making the attempt to release or have The Ascent and Flight Simulator. I want to say they're like 2 days apart. It's pretty good, and it's considering that there have been, I don't want to say months, but there's been a while where it's been, we've had like a game that was Xbox exclusive, console exclusive, things of that nature. I hope it continues. The momentum continues.
Yeah.
If we're looking at quarters, I guess this is kind of the second half of the year. But, you got Horizon coming, I want to say November. Then you have Halo, so that's 2 right there. So I hope the momentum continues, and it does lend to what they said before the Xbox Series consoles came out, where they're like, hey, we're not really going to have first party exclusives on the next gen until a year. And, this fall would make a year. So it looks promising thus far. And I hope they keep the momentum up, excuse me. Because, even if, like I said before, even if these are not games that you are personally interested in, that doesn't negate the gravity of what they've achieved. So I think it's a good start.
That's a great way to put it too.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And to something that a question that we asked that I asked you guys.
This gameplay right here.
I say this gameplay. Yeah, I'll put it in there. I'm not like you. You give me gameplay, I'll put it in there. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm not like you. I'll give it to you, a couple hours before, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But you won't, you'll be like, oh man, I had to cook bacon and man, I had to roast weenies and drink weenie juice. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You got every excuse.
You gotta stop that bacon.
What?
Yeah, don't listen to him, man. Don't.
What?
He eats a lot of hot dogs
right now.
He eats a lot of hot dogs.
Juice. I'm like,
no. Weenie juice,
don't listen.
like hot dog juice, like you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that's worse.
He likes the flavor of hot dog juice. He used that as his gravy as he has mashed potatoes. He poured that on there. That's what he told me.
Guys, don't feed the troll. Don't feed the troll.
Anyway, so all right. So D, the question that I want to ask you is that okay? So remember when you and Still Rain were kind of conflicted on like getting to that 40-50 million subscribers within the first year? You think once Halo drops, which since it's getting received very well and it's a beta, do you think that they could achieve that 40 million? Maybe not 50, but can you think that they get to that 40 million before the end of 2021? Or before 2022, I should say.
I do. And the reason why I think so is what people don't seem to understand. I don't know about y'all, but I've seen more like system drops as of late. Mm-hmm. Which is great because I'm seeing more and more people getting their hands on both systems. What people don't understand, may not be aware of. That's a little less harsh. As somebody who has worked in retail, specifically gaming retail, these holidays coming up are no joke. It's y'all don't understand. If you are a parent and you've been in that position and you're like, oh, I'm educated, I know what I'm doing. Perfect. You're the parent that I like because you know exactly what you want. There are parents that are dragged to the stores, don't know what they're doing, don't know what to buy. The kid is like 5 and they're dropping hundreds of dollars. These next couple of months are crucial for both systems because it's going to be a busy holiday season as far as systems being purchased. So I think that number can be reached. And I don't know if anybody else follows like certain companies on Reddit and stuff, but GameStop specifically, if you've ever been on their Reddit, they'll tell people like it's really easy at this point to sell people on Game Pass, and maybe sell is like a harsh word, but telling parents what it is, like, hey, I got 3 kids, I don't feel like buying 3 systems. What can you offer? What can I do? The value is there and the options are there. So I think it is achievable. I don't think it is far-fetched as far as reaching it. 50, I still think 50 is going to happen before 2023. I'm still locking in my vote saying 50 before 2023, especially with what 2022 is looking like.
Oh, my bad.
But I think 40 is good, especially with Halo and Forza coming out and with Ultimate I feel like people kind of having more exposure to Xbox Game Pass. I hate to say it. Like I've been on Amazon just browsing as I do. And even if you were to buy an iPad and you go to accessories, in the accessories, it's like Game Pass 3 months next to AirPods. Like it's everywhere. So I think it's definitely on its way up, and 40 should be good by the end of this year.
My bad, but I was trying to stretch it, and then I clicked it, and then it went right back to the beginning. So my bad.
So what happened
with your gameplay? So because it was right in the middle of your gameplay when I did that, because I was trying to stretch it because it seemed like it was a little wide, and just tinkering with stuff.
You chop my borders, man. Is what you did.
Yeah, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We'll still be in discussion. It'll roll back. So. You know what I'm saying? I see people saying that Halo is free. You don't need Game Pass. That's not necessarily true because if you got Game Pass, we'll go ahead. What was you going to say?
Well, no. When it comes to this, first off, no, you're seeing the pretty much the beginning of their plan. Halo was supposed to come out basically last year. It's coming out this year, but with Game Pass, you see them dropping these games, and it's going to continue. And the reason why Xbox got 23 first-party studios is because that is actually going to be the backbone of Game Pass. So you're going to see deals. You're going to see multiplats, kind of like timed exclusives and stuff go into Game Pass and be on Xbox first. You're going to see that. But the main thing that they want to kick in is the first party. So, you got Forza, you got Halo coming out this year. You're looking at the end of next year with Starfield and kind of like everything else in between that's going to be coming out next year. I think it's a good possibility that they get at least close to the number that you're talking about there, that 40, and I see somebody say 50 million. I heard D say 50 million in 2023. The thing is, it's going to climb up there. I love what D said about even, on kind of like Apple's website, you see the Game Pass there next to like the AirPods and stuff like that. That was their plan from the beginning. All right. If you ever notice, Microsoft loves to be everywhere, and with their focus on the subscription service for games and how strongly they are backing up the gaming division of Microsoft, you are going to see Xbox and Game Pass everywhere. So it's going to be a good marketing tactic. When it comes to the games dropping, like I said, this is just the beginning. And when you start seeing that first party really roll out, now Flight Simulator, yes, it's an exclusive. It was on PC last year. And it came to the console this year. But when you start seeing like the Forza Horizon 5, you start seeing Halo Infinite, and then going on from there, I really feel with the amount of studios they have and the amount of projects that each studio is working on, they are really gonna like pump out the games. And the best way to get into that, of course, I know there's people that you're going to buy it digitally or you're going to buy it physical or stuff like that. But at least I know for me, and I can talk for a lot of people out there, paying that subscription service and getting those games day and date, immense value. You're going to see nothing but those numbers for Game Pass going up and up and up, and they're about to hit kind of like full stride. I can't wait to see when Halo comes out, but when it comes to free to play, the PvP, the multiplayer is free to play. All right, so you don't need Game Pass for that.
Yeah.
So when it
for
comes
the story,
to people,
you will. Yeah.
well, yeah, but see, that's a different animal in my opinion. Of course, there are Halo fans that want to play the story and get into the multiplayer. But there are also going to be gamers who never necessarily got into the Halo story and won't automatically gravitate to that. But if they're new Halo customers, right, that don't new Xbox customers that don't necessarily have Game Pass, they'll be able to jump in on the multiplayer. And the multiplayer might get them to think, well, man, I want to check out the story. I want to see what's going on with the campaign, and I can do that for $10 a month. You know what I'm saying? I could throw in $10, or get that first deal for $1 if that's around, and try it out. And then they got them in the whole Game Pass thing. But it's not gonna be as, the numbers aren't gonna be as, the multiplayer is not gonna fuel people to Game Pass because it's free to play. It's going to be the people who want to get into the story. And of course, Halo is one of the biggest gaming franchises out there. So that is going to be a lot of people. But for the new people that are really into the multiplayer and stuff, that multiplayer is going to have to grab them to the point where they're going to want to know what the story is to get into the Game Pass.
Well, I think Game Pass will help them out with that's where the battle pass come in. But I see some other people just joined in. Still Rain.
Watch out! Hey, watch out! Hey, you better get out the way, man. Hey, get out the way! I'm trying to get up in here. I'm talking about Game Pass. Whoa!
Oh my God!
Keep a good rain down.
Hey, look, man. I just wanted to come through, show some love. It's been a busy week for me.
No doubt.
I heard you shout me out in the beginning of the show, man. That's nothing but love, and that's what I wanted to reciprocate right here, right now. Love, man. If you're looking for some of the best gaming content where gamers recognize game on a Friday night, you're already tuned in. Let's just keep it real. The energy is high. Y'all always speaking the facts. And this week, I know y'all gonna be crazy, but I've been tuned in the background, man. Again. These late nights for me is about to get wild. A lot of studying, a lot of just really getting to the work. Just like everybody else should be, man. Enjoy your passion, love what you love. Get into what you gotta get into. And other than that, throw the smoke around, right? You gotta come
keep
in and
it
have
real,
a good time.
Rain. Somebody got to keep that bull head fresh. I got a ball head. Let's go.
Man. Big shout out to speaking of keeping it real, what's up to my boy Dirt Diggity?
Hey.
Thank you out there, brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing it out there, man. Shout out to We Bleed Green podcast. Go check them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go check them out, man. They be killing it over there. So, man, really, really appreciate that. And Sir X, man, if you can jump in and come into the party and play with us anytime. Because like I said, after the show tonight, it's going to be probably already another all-nighter because I'm on this Halo like it ain't nothing. So
rub it in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man.
I'm about to rub it in. I got it on Steam and Xbox.
You know, Lemon don't care. You know he doesn't care.
Listen, I told somebody if I was going to get it on my Xbox, I'd have gave out the Steam code. Clown said, you might got in trouble. I said, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
I was going to give it away, but I've been an insider since day one, so they gave me a Steam code, so I wasn't mad sparking up my system that never gets played, my desktop, and then I wake up in the morning not really the morning because I did all nighter to 7 in the morning playing Halo. Then I was supposed to go to sleep, and then I said, you know what? Let me just check this Xbox. I said, oh my God, inside a program. Yeah. Now I got to play on my console. I was hyped. I said, damn, but that's not fair.
Too. Yeah,
it wasn't fair. I got it twice.
Well, it's fair.
Hey,
it's fair.
I got it twice too. But hey, nothing but love. Y'all have a good time.
No doubt, brother, man.
Yeah, good luck to you, man.
It's
really hard. We're gonna miss you out here, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you out there, man. But pop your big ass head in here anytime you want to.
Hey, again, it's already love, man. I know I got a big head. Y'all gotta tell me. It might not be as big as Mega's though.
Mega head look big because he has no neck. That's why. If he had a neck, his head looked smaller. Facts.
Oh my God.
But I want to.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, they don't even be sorry.
Rain set you up. He set you up.
He did. You know what I'm saying?
He threw the alley oop and I
if Rain talking about big ass corns on feet and something like that, and Lemon got big ass corns on his feet and big bunions, and he wasn't wearing sandals all the time.
I got a lot of basketball mileage on his feet, and I had 27 tonight. Thank you. At 49, I had 27 in the pro-am. Let's talk about it.
Oh my!
Let's go. I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow, though. I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm doing the Dragon's Den in a wheelchair. Facts.
Oh man, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, Rain.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Mega hitting me up in the DM again, y'all talk about all natty, y'all talking about authentic, organic. I'm telling you, you've come to the right place. Man, I love y'all. Much love. When I can, I'm gonna pop through here, man.
I know
Much love.
that.
Y'all stay easy, bro.
Oh yeah,
Back
man.
to
Man,
that
be
content,
good, man.
man.
Take care of your
Missy, man.
business, man. And you
You already
know,
know.
we'll still be chatting in the DMs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
seeing how
man.
everything is going.
Hey,
So
if you're gonna be on Halo later, man, that's where you can probably catch me on there.
oh, that's why we'll
Yo,
be.
Dan, I'm out of here. No.
Oh man, Bob the slander, Bob.
Nah. Nothing but love, y'all. Y'all stay easy.
All right, man. Have a good one, man. All right, so let me go to my man PK on this one, man. Because my man's been quiet. So PK, your thoughts about these games, man? All these games that's been coming out on Game Pass here in the last week and a half. How substantial is this? Is this kicking forward this plan that Phil has been talking about, that he wants to have games come out every quarter?
Do you know where
you
you're
gotta give a
going
second.
to? Do you like the things that PK is showing you?
So I did a couple interviews with a couple of devs that has Game Pass games this week, and they talk about how essential, how being a part of Microsoft's ID at Xbox has been a big help. Matter of fact, one of them was like a Cinderella story. This is his first big game and a success, and he just didn't know what was going to happen, and so pretty happy with the fact that a lot of people get to try their stuff and the good reviews, right? The fact that a lot of people like it. So I think it's a good thing that programs like this exist. Because that's the problem is uh, indie games don't get as much attention as they should.
No.
The good ones. Every indie game is not
But we don't know what's good because they don't always get on the forefront, right?
Depends. We got a lot of content creators and players around us that take the chance, and word of mouth is what sell your games more than word of advertisement. But go ahead.
Sometimes that's right, and sometimes it, like the cat who makes Crash Tales is from Cuba. How many Cuban companies from Cuba have developed games that made it big?
I don't even know one, or I didn't even know Cuba had developers. Shout out to them.
So this is my point, right?
Yeah,
This means this is opening doors. He did it finally. Got a success on his hands. You should check out the interviews. Pretty deep, man. Pretty touching. How like I said, it's like a Cinderella story, man. Didn't even have money to pay his bill. Had to stay with his mom and dad while he was making this game. Have his family believing in him as he was, took him 3 years for Christ Tales, and this ain't the first game, right? This is just the first one that was successful.
Thanks.
But of course, this was also the first one that made it on Game Pass. So they did a good job. I mean, a lot of work. And if you play the game, a lot of the game has a lot of real world real world actual places in the game. I know that's not something that comes up, but that's a big deal to him, right? He even dedicated his game to his brother at the end. It's in Spanish. However, if you watch it, it's pretty dope. So at the end, it's pretty good that these guys get the opportunities that they do. You know what I mean? Like that goes for any small developer like that they actually put out, make a deal, and make things happen.
There's major titles that the same way. So Game Pass is not just helping indies; they help everybody because
right.
Look at that game, that Wolf Apocalypse or whatever it's called. That's not a mainstream game. That's definitely a lower budget tier game. And a lot of people bought that game. They didn't have the advertise. No, but I'm saying like that. It's helping everybody's game, because a lot of games get overlooked. It's not just indie. It's everybody.
Well, I'm not saying just. I'm just saying in general. Using indie as example, right? Is thing is it opens doors, right? I mean, being a part of all the indie programs, how many of those programs has looked out for And Nintendo has a lot of indie games, but
That's a fact.
But how many have
Make the direct
get the same
attention.
exposure?
Right. Facts.
You know what I mean? So
I agree with you.
and yeah, obviously it helps out everybody, but just hearing it from the horse's mouth is a big deal.
That's the point. That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Guys from Ascent, Microsoft's been a great partner in this, right? Even though I feel like that game needs some fixing, the fact that they put them out there, to put them on their platform, front facing, still is a big deal. I mean, marketing this game, giving them a chance. At the end of the day,
where'd PK go?
That happened to him last topic. Yeah. I was like, me too. I was like, no, not again. Come on, man.
I think overall,
right,
people are paying attention.
Yeah.
And there were some ex-Sony guys out there saying, "Hey, it's not sustainable," and blah blah blah.
But, Sean Layden, say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
But at the end of the day, they're proving Game Pass is sustainable, right? Because wasn't there a PlayStation game that launched on Game Pass day and date?
The most successful launch of ever? Facts.
Of ever.
So it's that type of thing where people are going to start mimicking, and I don't mind that, because that's competition, which means it's just going to get better.
Copying and mimicking is a full-fledged complementary situation.
Right.
That means you're doing the right thing. I'm with all the smoke. Go ahead, PK.
Right, no doubt.
It helps everybody.
Save it for the SSD, because I know that's what y'all came. That's what the people came.
Imitation is a form of flattery.
You know what? I'm not going to give him that smoke, because I'm pretty sure PK. We had a long conversation. I'm pretty sure PK and Sick is going to kill them, so I'm not going to even add to it, because they're going to cover everything. Trust me.
Okay.
They're gonna kill them. They're gonna kill them dudes.
All right. What's going on with your Pong?
That pong. Cisco voice. Let's go.
Yeah. My sound thing is not hook connected, or I would do the whoop. But anyway. All right. Okay. Cool. So all right. So I guess I think PK's done. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person. That's Six Slayer.
Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
Okay. So I felt like the conversation kind of went to a direction where I think I forgot the original question.
Right.
But I believe the original question was about
the games that came out. Right.
Mm.
Yeah, these games that's come out here recently, and how and the one thing too is about it's a little bit of everything, because it's not just about the game, these just particular games. It's about all these other games, like these indies, these AAAs, these double A's, everything, the whole variety, diversity,
third parties that's getting love. That it's a collective.
So yeah, that's the question. The original question is Phil Spencer already making already doing what he already said that he was going to do by giving content every quarter. By looking at this lineup that he's already and it really kind of started when Outriders came. So
yes.
So what do you think?
So I for one, I just want to say, even before I answer the question straight directly, because it really is a no, right?
Yeah.
Even before that, I don't believe in this whole AAA, AA, this whole delineation between different types of games and maybe the money that was put into them and the intent, other than an indie game. You follow? Because an indie game comes with different challenges on all ends, development, marketing, getting it out there for people to even know the game exists, right? I keep talking about Ace Combat and Project Wingman, and definitely those are games that are in my wheelhouse as aviation titles. And Project Wingman now is on Game Pass. And this was known that they were a part of ID at Xbox this last year, and I don't know how I missed it. This is a game I love. Shout out to Lemon, with his review for the flight stick. This is a game that now I can use that flight stick with that game in VR, it's just like the ultimate dream, right? Everybody loves Flight Simulator, but I want, that Top Gun experience, and I'm getting that on Game Pass, But to answer your original question, when Phil Spencer was talking about this about every quarter, already I was saying to myself, every quarter? This is already happening every month. Already at the point when he said it, when Outriders and MLB The Show it's every month. There's at least one title that's on the lips of everyone. At least one, but it's usually like 2 or 3. Some is indie or, lower cost game. Like The Ascent is not a $60 game. It's a $30 game. Or if you have Game Pass and you buy the game, it's a $24 game before tax. Hey, but then right next to it is a big title, Flight Simulator, and that doesn't come out every year or even every generation. That's a once every 10 years now type of thing. That's a title that's how it's been. That's a 40-year-old franchise. Satya Nadella had to speak up to the anniversary of this title because this is one of Microsoft's earliest game titles. But as you see, it affects all aspects of their businesses integrated and leveraged in this game. From their Azure servers, Bing maps, all of that stuff. Satellites, just everything that Xbox does as a platform is all those muscles are flexed in that one game. So when Satya Nadella comes out to speak on it on the 40th anniversary, there's a specific reason for all of that. I truly feel that Game Pass is a situation now where there's multiple titles per month. That's on everyone's lips. If it's not Flight Simulator or Christ Tales or, something that's more my lane of Project Wingman.
Right. I was going to say Project Wingman's going to be dropping.
It's already out.
Did it already drop? Okay. All right.
Yep. It already did. And The Ascent, another game I've been waiting on even before the Series X was out. I've been waiting on this game. This is one of my top 3 games of the year that I've been waiting on, and that's Halo. Well, since last year, it was Halo, The Ascent, and Cyberpunk. Those were the top 3 games that I've been waiting on since I wanted to buy a Series X. Like, seriously. So Game Pass, yes, every month, multiple titles. You talk about quarter? Back when he said that, it already accelerated past that. But another question you had asked, I think, to D about if Game Pass will get to 40 million or what have you by the time Halo is out.
Or after. I'm just saying before 2022. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The reason I say after is because it may have already hit that. We haven't heard from them in a long time on these numbers. And last numbers we heard was what?
Over 23.
Yeah, over 23. 27. Right. Yeah. It was over 25. Yeah, I remember.
And people got to think 25. Of that. That's a million. It's not like 2,700. It's million.
And that was months ago already before Halo's come out. That was months ago already. So it's got to be at least 30 plus, right? And when Halo comes, and I mean, it's only going to accelerate now with all the good reaction that the technical preview. I was about to say beta again.
It's not a beta, it's technical.
Right, the technical preview has garnered, so that's only going to accelerate even further. If it's not already at 40, it soon will be this year before Halo comes out. And if it's not, by the time Halo comes out, Halo is going to push it way beyond that mark by the end of the year. Easily. So
just to add to that real fast, I think there's a misconception of when people hear Game Pass, they're automatically thinking or hearing Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass attached to consoles.
Right.
You do not have to have
I keep saying that.
You can be on your work computer in Chrome using Game Pass. You can have Game Pass just for your PC using a PS4 controller, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you can. Any controller you want.
Yep.
So when people were like, oh, the number's not that serious, whatever, it's not just, okay, you have Xbox Ultimate because you have cloud and you have your Xbox. That's how these numbers are, to me, not a stretch. Literally anything with a browser, literally anything, you can access your Game Pass. And on top of that, that is 27, whatever the hell, million subscribers. So if I use it on 5 devices, I'm still 1 subscriber. That is 27 million subscribers. Just gonna put it out there.
You just make that insane. Yeah.
I keep saying it, and when I said it, somebody yelled at me. I'm like, you don't look at the big picture because you own nothing. You're not business minded.
Like
you keep thinking, you paying $1. You pay $1 for a certain amount of time. That $1 is no longer 3 months. That $1 is like 14 days sometimes.
That's just the entry, to get you.
They give you. It's like when they started crack back in the days. They gave you a taste, and then they said, hey, take this for free. And then it hit the whole country. Everybody's like, God damn, crack is
drug dealer 101. Yep.
Facts. Wow. That's how they did it. And Game Pass is the same way.
Welcome to the origin of crack podcast.
Listen, it's the Facts Crack Podcast.
Also, even though is exaggerating,
it's business.
It is, and I just want y'all to know, yet again, there are people on my Twitter timeline, they're getting Game Pass every month for free. They're not paying anything for because Xbox has means and ways that you can get it
Earn
for
these
free.
Points.
So there are people he posts every month. He's like, y'all got my Game Pass, 12,000 points.
Yep.
Every month.
Automatic redeem. Automatically redeem. D. Automatically redeem.
You get. I'm not.
Then Sony also say that it's all about having their players stay in their ecosystem. Didn't they say that when they were talking about all of their, with PlayStation Now and then with the PSN service and things like that? I think they did say something like that, to that effect. So if what you're saying, which I know it's true because I see a lot of people do it as well. I mean, Bot, we know that Jamie Moran, he's the king of making these points. So like,
well, dude, if you go
shout out somebody else who makes great points that gets a lot of stuff for free. Shout out to Bloody and 100. They manipulate that system and get everything for discounted price. I need to take a chapter out of their book because them two right there are the best.
You stretch beyond Xbox now. Xbox with Game Pass, you have all these things that you can do throughout, dailies, weeklies, monthlies in terms of gaming. But if you stretch it to Bing, because it's the same reward system.
Yes, I've been using that long before.
50 times with dog, cat, run, can.
They have little quick quizzes too that only take like maybe a minute.
I've been doing that since the 360 era to pay for Xbox Live. Yep.
For real.
Yeah. I know it takes a little bit of skill because I'm just trying to earn I'm at 80,000 or maybe 75,000 in reward points, and I just want to get 100 to help me pay for my refrigerator because I'm buying that mini fridge. So I'm just trying to get to just 100. But I know if I follow the Bloody path or if I follow the 100 path, I know I can get there. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm getting the expansion for free. I'm determined.
Oh, but Lemon, a talking point you commonly have, and KMEGA and D were talking about this earlier. Holiday times, and you always talk about this. Holiday times is bad for you, bro, when it comes to buying these games.
Free systems, you want everything. Yes.
Right. So there's a common thing you always talk about, and Game Pass, is making that load much lighter on your pocket. But it's the simple facts. It's the simple logic of it. Like, there's so many titles now, so many more. Listen, this is a first world problem, and we love to have it. We love to see it.
Look
you
what I
have so
said
many games you can't play. The backlog is bigger in there.
KMEGA was on Addicts World, right? I said in the chat, and my boy KMEGA thought I was cloud chasing and giving myself a plug, but I really wasn't. Me and King, we buy whatever we want. That's not realistic. As I was driving yesterday talking to you in my car, what did I tell you, Sick? I said, really, people don't really have it. And sometimes when you get into a lane of your own and you're thinking about yourself and what you can do,
you forget the struggle.
You forget the struggle. I just was listening to a dude in one of the Facebook groups, and he was like, listen, I just bought PS5 and it's Miles Morales or Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
So I'm saying in my mind, buy both. What the hell? You're gonna spend $542. Maybe that's his last $542. So yesterday, on some humbling tip, Sick will tell you we had this conversation. I said, yo, I get it because I struggled as a kid. I did bad things. I hustled in the street to be able to buy all these consoles. And KMEGA said when I was younger, I couldn't do that. I had a kid in high school. I had to work. I ain't had no kids. I had me. So I'm, sometimes even like my daughter, she a little selfish. I give her everything, but sometimes you got to be humble and bring that shit down and say, listen, on the real market, this is what happens every day. Nobody can go out there and support the Switch with 4 AAA titles, not even counting indie, 5 or 3 PlayStation titles that's exclusive, not AAA from them personally as a company, but an exclusive title. And then I'm trying to buy Halo.